That's what we're calling a spade a spade. Great to be here with you guys today. Natasha Cloud getting dragged up and down the internet along with Unraveled for her latest comments regarding, if there's no lockout, the people in Unrivaled are going to be good. I don't really care about the rest of y'all, but the players in Unrivaled are going to be. We're going to get into that. Rebecca Lobo offering a stark warning to the players, saying, look, maybe some of the dialogue you guys are using, maybe calling $1 million salary a slap in the face, isn't the
We're fine here if there's no season. That's the chilling sentiment. Natasha Cloud, a WNBA standout, said of Unrivaled, an alternative league, implying that a lockout would not affect its players. This shocking comment, delivered during stressful CBA discussions, sent shockwaves through the league, indicating a clear difference at a possible crisis point. The connotation was apparent. A few players felt safe, putting the great majority of their teammates in a hazardous situation, shattering any image of player togetherness. The WNBA survival and the livelihoods of its players were now in much more delicate balance than previously thought, causing indignation among fans and commentators alike.
Maybe some of the dialogue you guys are using, maybe calling $1 million salary a slap in the face, isn't the best way to get fans on your side, and that's exactly where we're going to start off. Please like the video, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and subscribe to the channel. Rebecca Lobo, worried WNBA players are losing fan support in CBA talks. Quote, when a deal is presented that's over $1 million max salary and revenue share, it's called a slap in the face. Just use different words. This is an article posted by Awful.
This provocative position garnered significant condemnation, particularly from WNBA legend Rebecca Lobo. She didn't mince words, advising players that calling $1 million pay cap and revenue sharing a slap in the face was the incorrect strategy. Lobo emphasized that such speech was not only troubling, but also actively alienating supporters, driving them away at a vital point in the league's history. Her statements acted as a sobering reality check, exposing a worrisome gap between player expectations and public perception, endangering the league's decades-long effort to build fan loyalty.
Careful with how they're articulating things, because if you're working whatever job, a max salary of $1.2 million, average salary of $500,000, if you don't think it's fair, that's fine, but don't call it a slap in the face. Support for the players are definitely waning. Every time they take a dump on $1 million max salaries, $250,000 minimum salaries, $500,000 average salary, every time they trash that, I would say it's a huge slap in the face to the people that are observing these negotiations from a distance. Wait, you guys are saying a 4x increase?
Lobo's fears grew as she noticed a palpable drop in public support, with fan involvement undeniably dwindling. This deterioration was not a casual observation. It was a clear sign that the players' chosen rhetoric and forceful demands were backfiring badly. The persistent drumbeat of displeasure, particularly when addressing dramatically increased pay, came across as tone-deaf and ungrateful, making it increasingly impossible for the average viewer to connect with the athletes' perceived problems. This diminishing support signaled a severe dilemma, endangering the WNBA's long-term stability and ability to earn lucrative future contracts.
Deals. NBA comes back. They're not even supporting any player not named Caitlin Clark. Any player not named Caitlin Clark. Not team, any player not named Caitlin Clark. Yeah, there are a good amount of people that are saying, hey, it's Indiana Fever or nothing as well. I tried to give you guys the benefit of the doubt, but based on how these negotiations have been going, based on how much you have been gaslighting and lying to us, I'm not going to support you guys anymore. I'm going to prove to all of the players in the league, nobody cares about you, and we only care about Caitlin Clark. I'm not going to buy your...
The average fan, who is struggling financially, cannot understand calling a 6- or 7-figure income a slap in the face. Lobo stated it perfectly, stating that such a viewpoint makes it nearly impossible for the public to sympathize. When athletes publicly criticize what many would consider life-changing recompense, they establish an immediate barrier, encouraging animosity rather than understanding. This communication error is proving to be extremely costly, turning potential allies into detractors and jeopardizing the league's fan base, which is critical to its survival and growth.
Go against the players to teach them a lesson at this point. And I don't blame them. I don't blame them at all. And with what Rebecca Lobo said, the average fan at home, they would say that that's a little bit ridiculous. But I would also say the old guard WNBA fan, they're behind these players nearly 100%. The old guard WNBA fan is why these players feel so emboldened to act how they do, to demand what they are demanding. It's the old WNBA fans. The new fans, the casuals, they see right through this.
The uproar grew after players dismissed a fourfold rise in wages as insufficient. Many observers believe that such utterances were not only ungrateful, but also gaslighting, leading ordinary people to rethink their own perceptions of fairness and value. To claim that such enormous financial gains were anything less than a big improvement seemed disingenuous and demeaning to those watching from the sidelines. This miscalculation in language has become a significant point of disagreement, fueling public outrage and further separating the players from their prospective supporters, causing a hazardous gap.
B runs from November to April, and Unrival's running from January to March. Well, guess what? All those players that were the best players in Unrivaled, they're not going to be there anymore because Project B's got bigger pockets than you guys. So you're talking all this mess. Realistically, Project B, they're getting ready to put you guys out of business. Realistically, TNT, you think they're going to be perfectly okay with the trash ratings that Unrivaled has brought in? Unrivaled is prepared for the next year, but if Unrivaled gets dropped by TNT and Warner Brothers, you think they're prepared for that?
The Caitlin Clark effect has exacerbated this fan alienation. A significant part of the crowd has openly declared that they will only support Clark in the Indiana Fever, threatening to boycott other players and clubs. This opinion is a devastating blow to the WNBA, demonstrating that individual star power, rather than collective player demands, currently drives viewership and participation. Fans are publicly declaring that they want to teach them a lesson by refusing to buy merchandise or attend games that do not contain Clark. A scary sign of how deeply the fan base feels betrayed and ignored.